डालस डालस डालस, क्या हाल है, क्या हाल है, क्या हाल है। मैं हूँ आपका दोस्त, आपका साथी डीजे मूडी विद फन एशिया रेडियो, जो कि दिन रात सुबह शाम आपके लिसनिंग प्लेजर के लिए आता है। वंस अगेन, जितने लोग अभी हमें देख रहे हैं, आपका शुक्रिया बहुत बहुत। ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ आवर CEO एंड माय पार्टनर वैशाली ठक्कर एंड फन एशिया रेडियो टीम एंड फन एशिया मैनेजमेंट टीम, आई वुड लाइक टू वेलकम ट्रूली एंड हार्टफुली मिस्टर मनोज बाजपेयी। कैसे हैं सर?
बहुत बढ़िया, थैंक यू वेरी मच मोदी, थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर इनवाइटिंग मी टू योर सिटी एंड टू दिस इवेंट।
और मनोज जी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, आपने इतना वक्त निकाल के फैमिली को न्यूयॉर्क छोड़ के लेक टाहो घूम के डालस आए हमारे पास। हम लोग बहुत ही खुश हैं। कुछ सिंपल चीज़ें आपसे पूछूंगा मैं, ताकि हमारे इतने सारे व्यूअर्स हैं फन एशिया के, थोड़ा सा वो आपके बारे में जान पाए। आई एम श्योर जानते भी होंगे कि बचपन आपका कहाँ गुजरा और बचपन से कोई मेमोरीज है अगर?
मेरा बचपन तो बिहार में एक गांव में गुजरा। हमारा परिवार जो था, हमारा ख़ानदान वैसे बहुत ही प्रतिष्ठित था, लेकिन वो बड़े परिवार जब ज़मीनें बढ़ती चली जाती हैं तो धीरे धीरे जो है उनकी ताकत ख़त्म होती जाती है। तो माय फादर ही हैड 6 चिल्ड्रन टू फीड एंड ज़मीनें उतनी थी नहीं, तो मैं एक किसान का बेटा हूँ और ऐसे ही बढ़िया परिवार में, संस्कारी परिवार में पला बढ़ा हूँ। लेकिन तकलीफ़ भी बहुत देखी है, बहुत करीब से देखी है कि कैसे फादर को बहुत ज़्यादा दिक्कत हो रही थी 6 के 6 बच्चों को पढ़ाने में। नाउ ही इज़ नो मोर, गॉड ब्लेस हिज सोल, ही पास्ड अवे लास्ट ईयर, बट I always say that I have taken my positivity from my father. He's never said no to anything, though he was in lot of in what you call scarcity to fulfill anything or any big thing for his children. But he never said no to anything. Always smiling, always trying to make 2 ends meet, and so. We've seen everything. We've seen good times, bad times, the worst time, the very good times. Also, my father has really turned all of his children into very independent human beings. And because of his own politeness, because of his own humble behavior, and because of my mother who ruled the family, matriarchal family hai hamari, who ruled the family, both of them in their own way never approved of anything which was called a pretense, which is called a dikhawa. They always liked their children to be grounded and to be grateful more than anything else.
बहुत ज़्यादा ऐसा लग रहा है मैं अपनी कहानी, very similar, but that is such a, so your mom ruled the family,
right?
So she was the power of the house.
Yes, जब मुझे कोई लोग कहते हैं ना कि औरतों की इज्जत करनी चाहिए, औरतों का एम्पावरमेंट होना चाहिए, तो मैं रिलेट नहीं कर पाता हूँ, बिकॉज आई हैव ओनली सीन एम्पावर्ड वीमेन इन माई लाइफ। आई हैव ओनली सीन an atmosphere where woman was ruling all the men and the boys in the family, and she has always been a warrior. She is very old now, but still we are very scared of her. We are very very scared of her.
मेरी अम्मी की बात तो नहीं कर रहे आप?
जी, तो मैं उस तरह के परिवार से आता हूँ। सब लोग अलग अलग काम करते हैं, सारे मेरे भाई बहन सबके सब दिल्ली में सेटल्ड हैं। मैं दिल्ली में थिएटर करता था, फिर जब बैंडिट कुन मिली तो फिर मैं बॉम्बे आ गया था। लेकिन मुझे एट द एंड ऑफ द डे, व्हेन आई लुक बैक नाउ, crossed 50 a few years back, so you only look back with lot of gratefulness. You only look back feeling indebted to so many people who have been part of your journey and who supported you and backed you and believed in your dream. So this is where I am. I'm sitting in Dallas right in front of you,
and I love it
with all the gratefulness and nothing else.
So going back a little, किसान का बेटा बिहार से मुंबई,
right,
दिल्ली थिएटर, So ये shift कैसे आया?
आई डोंट नो, आई वॉज ऑलवेज फैसिनेटेड बाई एक्टिंग. मैं बचपन से, मेरे माँ बाप को फिल्में देखने का बड़ा शौक था, बहुत शौक था. तो शहर में बोर्डिंग में रखा हुआ था हमको, वहाँ के एक कैथलिक स्कूल के बोर्डिंग में. तो जब आते थे तो हमको स्कूल से छुट्टी दिला के हमको फिल्में दिखाते थे. और मेरे लिए वो सबसे बड़ा ओकेजन होता था. वो दिवाली से और होली से भी बड़ा ओकेजन मेरे लिए होता था कि फ़िल्म जाके देखना. और मैं फ़िल्म देखते हुए मैं मेस्मराइज होके बैठा रहता था. सो फिल्म्स हैव लेफ्ट अ ग्रेट इम्पैक्ट ऑन माई माइंड. एंड देन at the age of I think 9 or 10, I recited a poem written by late Shri Harivansh Rai Bachchan ji. And after that, my life has changed. I never thought of becoming anything else. I was very clear since the time I was in 5th standard. I was very clear that this is what I'm going to do. It's just that I could never share that dream with anybody, because in our society those days, acting was looked down upon as a profession.
Career, yeah.
Yeah, as a career. So I was a very private and very shy, into himself kind of a kid. So it was easy for me to keep my dream to myself and keep working at it, keep looking forward, keep trying to find an exit from the village to go to Delhi to do theatre.
Wow. Moving on from Delhi to Bombay, let's talk about Satya happened, Bandit Queen happened, Gangs of Wasipur.
Yeah.
And then we see you in independent films. We see you in OTT.
Right.
With, the Family Man. Diversification.
Right.
Not being fearful and sticking with a
Right.
comfort zone.
Right.
Why take all those risks and
Yeah.
not be comfortable? How did you do all that?
I was fascinated with the definition of acting. I was fascinated with this craft. I was never fascinated with Mercedes and the mansion and that you achieve by becoming successful actor. For me, if you ask me even today about cars, I don't know anything about it. I have no desire to own the most expensive car and the most expensive bungalow anywhere. For me, what fascinates me is the craft of becoming somebody, and people really believing that this is not Manoj Bajpayee, this is that character who is moving in front of them. That is why I could never stick to one genre. I have done Satya, I've done Zubeda, Shul, Pinjar. I've got 3 national awards, Padma Shri, everything. But for me, what matters is how well I have done my role. For me, what matters is, have I grown as an actor with this performance or not? And then I forget. If I tell you something, you'll be surprised. And now I started confessing it to people, because with age and experience and maturity, and with also spiritualism becoming part of my life, I've become much more brave in admitting something. I'm not a nostalgic guy. I don't look back all the time. I don't look back at my achievements. So for me, it becomes very easy to forget what I have done and take the learning with me in my next performance. So if you talk about my other performances which I have done and have gotten me so many laurels and accolades, I get bored, because it's something I have done. It's gone in the past. I'm more interested in now, when I'm talking to you. I'm with you, or with all my heart and soul and the grain in my body. I'm here. I'm not anywhere else. This is what I like about life. Being in the present is something, and that is why I have always been interested in growing, in growth, in evolution is something that I'm more interested in.
Wow, loved every bit of what you're saying. So going back to Bollywood and the fame we have and the baggage we carry, right?
Right.
The fame, मैं ये हूँ, मैं अगर अमेरिका आता हूँ या डालस आता हूँ, मेरा
Right.
मैनेजर आएगा,
Mhm.
मेरा मेकअप आर्टिस्ट आएगा. We,
Yeah.
you know, actors,
Right.
they become something and they carry a lot of baggage with them, and you are a very simple human being.
Right.
How?
I don't know how. If you ask me why I
Why?
do it,
Let's
but
do why.
but I have a very definite reason to it. I am what I am, and if me, Manoj Bajpayee, who is this actor, is not satisfying you, and you are only satisfied by the baggage I carry, I'm very sorry. Then I would not like to be in your party. Are you interested in this soul or not? Are you interested in this human being or not? Let's talk about that. I don't have to pretend that I have been in this industry for 29 years. I don't have to pretend. It is there for you to see. If that is not enough, if my entourage is going to give you the clarity, the idea of me being of not so humongously successful, but fairly successful person.
I would say you have
know.
done amazing. Amazing.
So, and also for me, it's very important that uh, I walk alone. It's very important for me. It is very liberating for me.
Love
It
it.
gives me a sense of freedom when I'm walking alone. It gives me a sense of freedom when I go to buy a grocery for my house. It gives me a sense of freedom when my security person is not with me and I'm interacting with people in the street. It gives me a sense of liberation. I'm liberated of all the desires, all the baggages, and I feel light all the time. I'm always light on my foot.
And you know what I love about the message of Manoj to the audience is you don't even have to be a Bollywood actor or somebody. Everybody around social media today is wanting to be somebody,
Yeah.
wanting to own somebody, wanting to have a branded car or a purse or a
Right.
house. But your message should really make an impact because it's the truth.
Um, uh, to tell you the truth, I don't judge anyone. I take them as they come, and I accept them completely. Okay, their anger, their advantages, their disadvantages, I accept them. They, but one thing I would really like to share with you that when I see Instagram, I watch quite a lot of social media things. What is happening? Because it's very important to keep your eyes open and see what's happening in the world and where it's going. I see those pictures and the videos and the desire to own a car, desire to be seen in a certain clothes and certain cars and in a certain way at the airports. I don't relate to it. Uh, I used to have a PR for 2-3 years. Uh, just 3 months back, uh, I told my PR that I pay you every month this much salary, but I'm not making use of you, and you are tired and you are bored of me. I can see it, and you are completely discouraged when you are working for me because I don't supply anything to you. I'm not making most of. Uh, so let's do one thing. Whenever there will be work, I'll get you in. But right now, let's say goodbye. I was because having a PR, telling people, uh, sending the idea about me all the time is something that's not me. If my work in 29 years didn't satisfy you, I'm very sorry. Then I have failed, you know, and and if you think that it has satisfied you, then I'm successful. My next work is my most important thing. My next journey is my most important thing in life. I'm not going to tell you when I'm landing at the airport so that you can send the hordes of photographers to take my pictures. I will never do it. I will never do it. I don't feel good doing it.
Wow. शिफ्टिंग टू भोजपुरी,
या
कैसे नहीं भूले अभी तक आप?
मेरी माँ मुझे भूलने नहीं देती है। मेरे भाई बहन और मेरी माँ, हम सब लोग भोजपुरी में ही बात करते हैं। सो वहाँ पर हिंदी बोलना भी ऐसा लगता है जैसे आप कोई एलियन लैंग्वेज यूज़ कर रहे हैं। तो ये हिंदी सिर्फ जो नेक्स्ट जनरेशन है, मेरे भाई बहनों के जो बच्चे हैं, वो बोलते हैं, क्योंकि वो दिल्ली के में पले बड़े हैं। My daughter, if you meet her, she doesn't even understand. She doesn't even speak Hindi, because in Mumbai, and that too in international school, the atmosphere is such that it's not encouraging for children to speak in Hindi. But I don't mind it. I know it's her journey. And her journey is completely separate from Manoj Bajpayee and her mother. But my Bhojpuri gives me a sense of confidence, sense of rootedness, and I enjoy Bhojpuri. When I go back to my village, some of the village folks tell me, "How come you didn't forget? How come your Bhojpuri is as good as ours or better than us?" So it's because I take a sense of pride. There's a sense of pride in me. There's a happiness when I express in my own language.
Anything you would like to tell the viewers जो मैंने नहीं पूछा, या कोई ऐसी बात जो आप सबको कहना चाहें?
नहीं, मैं सिर्फ इतना कहना चाहूँगा कि at the end of the day, this Manoj Bajpayee, who is in front of you, who's been working, and by God's grace till my last breath, I'll be working, doing many, will try to do many great roles and do justice to them. But I'll request all your viewers to support talent, to support good content, because and you can see it since the time OTT has become strong. You have seen so many great actors surfacing, and those great actors are not from urban cities. They are from small towns, coming from a very humble background, and they are as good as any Pacinos and the De Niros of the world. They have really proved it right in front of the audience. So go ahead, support them, encourage them. Your support means a lot to them.
Thank you. So once again, Manoj, thank you so much for coming to Dallas and taking the time to do the interview on behalf of FunAsia and Vaishali Thakkar, and I'm DJ Moody Akhtar. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपके वक्त का.
Thank you very much. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.